Something's lagging with my computer, but that's all right. We're here. How are you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Good, man. You know, you can't let stuff like this get you down, can you?
No, it's just a thing. That's not why they're here anyway.
It's goofy. Billy Riley wants to join us, so I'm gonna let him pop in for a second or two. I got to send him a link, but he's been wanting to come on the last couple of times, and I keep dissing him, and he comes on at the last minute and says, "Hey, I wanted to be on." I said, "Well, you didn't talk to me ahead of time, you knucklehead."
Oh,
But that's the
Billy,
kind of
Billy,
guy he is.
Billy, off the cuff.
Bill. He's a trip, and he's been having some health issues. So he's got non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in left knee, right above his knee. Big old bag of it, I guess, in there. And he just was in for a day, so he's probably in the daggone hospital. He's on that phone all the time. All right, so I gotta send him a link, and sorry about this, friend.
No, the more the merrier. Figure out where he is on the planet. You know, with Billy, you're never quite sure.
I'm getting there, bro.
I'm out. I'm in recovery.
Okay. Well, I'll send you a link here in a second.
Who are you on with?
Derek. All right.
That's so Billy. Man. Yeah, sounds like he's got his hands full.
I know. He's all hooked up to the thing, and he wants to talk on the freaking.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Did he just have a?
He is.
He's actually in the hospital right now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, he's actually. They put in a port today for his chemo. So the whole take on him is that he wants to be completely transparent, you know, and he wants people to see who he is, what he's doing, all that kind of stuff.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Billy's always been kind of an out front. All
right. So he is absolutely.
Curious to see what he evolves. He evolves into this time. Like Billy, it's the 100 Lives of Billy the Kid.
He just woke up in recovery and he's freaking trying to be on the radio.
Tell Billy, come on next week. It's like when he's, when you're not plugged in.
I know, Derek. I know, but he is, Billy. He can't.
Medicated thing. Not only Billy Riley, but
tell him no.
Yeah, medicated.
The only people that tells him to shut up.
Yeah, medicated Billy Riley. That's what.
He just wants to say hi and he wants to tell everybody.
Yeah.
He's a trip. He is a tough mutter. Let me tell you, he is a something else guy. Ramrod.
Yeah, I'm glad he got through it.
100 miles a minute. But let's talk until he can figure out how to go. Maybe not have like I don't have one right now. But
that's okay. We'll get through.
How was your week this week?
This is a busy week trying to get books out and working on the next project and trying to put stories together. The next project is love stories, and nice. I want to sit down every relationship, if done properly, is a love story. And it doesn't matter whether it's a friendship, dating, whatever it is. If done properly, it's a love story. It's a story of beginnings, friction, adapting to one another, caring for each other. And I started with a group of coaches where I was just going to say thank you to those coaches, and then it went,
Coaches.
yeah, coaches to tell them thank you for what they put in, for what they contributed. Um, the current version of us, the adult version of us, doesn't arrive in full without them. Coaches and teachers, right? Um, so I wanted to tell the story of who these people were and the lessons that each of them gave to me. And it's funny what you remember when you sit down and clear your brain. Being able to just tell people, thank you. I remember you. You contributed. You matter. An English teacher, Peggy Jean, from Washington Lee, who was the first person who told me that I could write and I should write. Del Norwood, the baseball coach, who told me, that I was special, unique. There's Mo Levin, who was my history teacher, who used to reenact the wars that he was teaching us about. He had these wooden sticks that he would use as guns, and he would use his eraser he would write a message on the board, erase it, and then he would throw it into the classroom as a grenade, and we would all scatter. He would tell those stories and make them matter. General Blackjack Walker, who Lee, if you wanted, he was every gym teacher you've ever seen in a movie, except for he was, I think he was 70 years old at the time, and just this crotchety, talked out of the side of his mouth, sounded like he had gravel and bourbon, and I was just like, Pierce, get over. He was that guy, but he loved us. He absolutely loved us. And so it was just a series of
That's why he did what he did.
Yeah. It's just, and then think of, my uncle who took me to my first baseball game back at RFK, back when the Senators, before they left and went to Texas, back in the days where they would give you an actual baseball bat. Like every kid who went to a Nats game on that day got an official full-size bat, not one of those miniature things, but a full-size bat, or you would get a glove with Frank Howard, the Washington Monument's name in it. But he would drive from DC to Virginia to pick me up, drive me to RFK, drive me back to Virginia to drop me off, and then back to DC and home. That kind of love is so prevalent in our lives, but we just don't stop and think about the people who took the time to teach you a lesson that had value. And so that's what I've been working on all week, is just imagine just making, and I'll tell anybody that sees this, just take an hour of your day and write down the names of the people who loved you. The people who loved you, just write them down. And then the next time you pick up that that pad, write down the lessons that they taught you. You'd be amazed what a peaceful, loving place you would put yourself in. It's fantastic. It's remarkable. It really is.
I heard one day some remarks. It was on a video for young kids, for not young kids, but teenagers actually, by James Dobson, who runs Focus on the Family. And Dr. Dobson was talking about how when he was a young man, he went to USC, and he was doing his undergrad at USC, and he he was a really good tennis player, and he said collegiate level and pretty ranked, pretty high, and everything like that. He said, I remember my first day on campus at USC. I was going by the trophy case, and you can imagine USC has a gigantic trophy case. And went to the tennis. He said, and I saw that trophy, USC student champion in all the years. And I said, I'm getting my name on that trophy. Getting my name on that trophy. He said, and I want to tell you that my junior and senior year, I got my name on that trophy. He said, now go years past. He said, I am now had a heart attack. I'm laying up in bed in the hospital. And a friend of mine comes along, not at the hospital. He wasn't in the hospital yet. Sorry. I came by his office and said, and brought this trophy in and put it on his desk. And he said, look what I found. And I was like, oh my God. He said, where'd you find this? He said, I found it behind the athletic department in a pile of trophies that they had thrown out because they had too many trophies. And he said, but I pulled it out and I fixed it and I got the thing here, got it redone, remade or whatever. And I wanted to make sure I gave it to you because it was, something for, and he's like, wow, that was so, it's like it just ended up in the trial basket. That's what he wanted to be more than anything was on trophy. And the trophy ended up in the trial and a big trash bag. But he put it on his mantle and all that kind of stuff. And then a year or two later, he said he had a heart attack. And he's telling these teenagers, he's talking to these teenagers, and he said, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Laying in that bed, not wondering if I was going to live or die, only 3 things mattered to me. Only 3 things mattered to me. Who did I love? Who loved me? And what did I accomplish for God? Those are the only 3 things that I could think about the whole time I was in the hospital. Brings a tear to my eye to think about it because it truly, those are the most prophetic words I've ever heard spoken. When he said it, I did cry when I was watching that video. But you're on the same path, Derek, and I'm going to tell you something. I know there's a lot of different people, critics and people who are big fans and all that kind of stuff. He's got to be one of the most humble, beautiful men I've ever listened to on the radio and talked to. I've never had a chance to meet him personally, but and I would put you definitely in that same with C.S. Lewis and him and you guys just all have a wonderful way of. There's definitely the impacts that you've had on lives, including mine, to make love be. It is love. And if somebody wants to know what the it factor is, that's the it factor.
The it factor is the connection. It's the constant connection. It's being able to take whatever it is that you do, however you do it, and connect it to people who know you and those who don't. Like that's when somebody says, well, whatever it is, he has it. It's a person that's willing to be present and be connected. And it's like, listen, none of what we do is about us. The moment you learn that, you can move forward and you can shine a little bit. For me, I had to get out of self. And start thinking about other people and
get out of your own way, right?
Yeah, well, it's if I'm not thinking about me and I'm thinking about the people around me, the group around me, the person in front of me, then we connect. What often is missed is the purposeful connection. Like for us to engage and for me to actually purposefully pay attention to you and what's going on with you and what you want to say and what you're feeling. Not everybody can, not everybody will. But the most authentic wonderful engagements that I have been where people found me in the place that I was at and was willing to connect with me at that place to help me go somewhere else. And it's pretty powerful when somebody says to you, "Hey Lee, how you doing, buddy?" And they mean how you doing, right? Like they mean how you doing, buddy. Like you know the difference. It's not that passing kind of pat on the back as you go. They look you in the face, and they'll shake you if they need to. How you doing, buddy? Because they want to know. They want you to know that they care. And then I guarantee you, it never fails. The moment somebody engages you that way, the person that received that has to now go and share it. You cannot be fully engaged, be authentically engaged, and then not take that with you. Like that, you know, hey man, I'm in it today. Somebody cared. Somebody saw me. Like somebody.
Yes.
That's the it, brother. That is the it. The next person, like, doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. The next person you engage them authentically and watch what happens.
That's a message to everybody, man. I mean, that's when one of the things that I always try to do, is smile. Just get that eye contact and give them a real, in the moment, real deal smile. Not necessarily. I mean, I do the how do you do it? How you doing? Also, but the stare, just the look. Quick look, not creepy stare. A quick look and a smile, and maybe even not a wink. That's kind of creepy now too. Used to be though, you could give a guy a wink. How you doing, partner? And that was people understood what that meant.
It's the nod. In Black communities, it's the nod. You're like, we go.
Boy, better do it too.
It's just the nod, man. It lets you know we are see you. You're not by yourself. You're not alone. I got you.
Right.
It's funny you mentioned the smile because again, and when I speak to groups of young men, there are usually those guys, whether it's grown men or teenagers. There's the guy in the back that's frowning, right? He's in it, right? He's mean mugging, and you go in and go, okay, I need that dude. And I call that dude because I got to win that dude in order to win the room. Right? I need that dude. I don't care. Right? I don't care if he's the middle linebacker on the football team or if he's the catcher on the baseball team. I need to get that dude. And I walk up, it's always, and I get as close as I can possibly get. And I want him to focus that, first of all, you can't out mean mug me, dude. Like you can't. I don't know what you thought you were going through, and I don't know who you thought you were going to meet today. But here's the reality. The thing that you need to take with you that you're never going to forget is my smile is undefeated, bruh. You can't get this smile from me and not smile back. It's not possible. And then you go.
I don't know. I've met a couple guys before. I don't know, Derek. I tell you,
Lee, the moment you give it to them, right? The moment you give it to them, and they recognize that their smile is way more powerful, than anything else they possess, because it's the one thing that when you give it, it is returned in multiplicity.
Yes.
It's the one thing.
Look who's here.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, there you go.
Finally got it together.
There you go, brother.
Hey, you got clothes on.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, boys?
How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, man. Just got the old port put in.
Okay.
And everything's clear to go, man.
Well, listen, before you get into full Billy Riley mode, let us love on you. Let us love on you.
I love you too, man. That's what I wanted to call.
Just as you go through this thing, I was told that you wanted to be transparent. Well, let me be transparent as well. We love you, man.
Love you too, brother. That's
You hear
never
me?
been in question.
Yeah.
Never
So,
been in question. I've always known that. I feel it strong. You know, God always has a plan with things. His plan for me was to get in here and show the love to the people that have just much more terrible things going on than I do. This is a small blip on the radar in the journey, and your impressions have rubbed off on me, Derek, and I'll be passing a lot of love here while I go through this.
well, be open to receiving it and being authentic and them giving it to you. Because there are people, here's what I know about you and your circle. People want a reason to love you more. Like they line up to love you more.
Well, I know, and I'm thankful. I'm overwhelmed with the blessings. You know, priest came by this morning. We talked. You know, it's it's revolutionary. Everybody's got stuff. You got stuff. Lee's got stuff. Everybody's got stuff. This is just my turn to have some stuff. So I'm going right at it.
Well, you don't know any other
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they weren't ready for me. None of this team has been ready for me. I'm head on collision courts with health and future. So
Before
Yeah.
we get into anything else, how are you? How are your young guns, man? How are your dudes?
yeah, the dudes are good, man. They'll both be here Thursday. You know, I've got that first introductory round, so it's 7 hours of chemo on Thursday. So they're coming by, bringing the chessboard, and we're gonna hang and do the thing. They're good. They're real good with it. Colin's a little squeamish. You know, he spent years in the hospital. He don't like any part of it, so he's asked to come and go.
Yeah.
And I said, of course. So, you know, Derek, what I've done with this, actually, you'll appreciate this. I got called to the principal's office yesterday, and the head oncologist, and she said, "You've missed 2 Zoom meetings, and you've missed an introductory to this and that." I said, "Listen, I am not going to any of that. I've not read one pamphlet. I'm not looking at one book because I'm not giving this 1 minute of my time. It is not an option for me to have it occupy any of my space. It's not welcomed. It's not welcome in my structure."
Right.
I
And
will.
people need to understand, Billy. But what people need to understand is that you are on board all the way medically.
That's correct.
You've done everything medically that
That's
you've
right.
been told to do.
That's right.
Right.
And I'm courteous and I'm kind and I'm everything else. I'm not going to sit into the what ifs or the psychological or stuff or this might occur or that might occur. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it because then I'm accepting the fact that this small thing crept in on me and that it might occupy any of my power. I'm a warrior and I'm a winner, and I'm not going to let it deter me from kicking its ass. I'm not giving it a moment. I'm not giving it a moment of attention.
What I would say to you is this: be warrior strong, be valiant, be loving for the people that need you past this.
Right. I understand.
See, you got to get through for you,
Right.
but also, information is valuable. You're a smart dude.
I
You're a
understand
smart
that.
dude.
Here's what I know. When I went to the blood work, Derek, completely clean and clear. When I went to the PET scan, it's the one spot on my knee, and that's it. Nowhere else on my body. That's all I need to know. That's it. If it was more in depth and I was more looking at a lot of long-term stuff, I probably would do that. But right now, I have a competitor. He's on my right knee, and I'm going to kick his ass. And I'm not doing any warm-ups. I'm not doing any pre-fight. I'm not doing anything. He already knows he's losing. So I'm not going to let him win on any part of my structure at all.
You get through how you. Well, the real phrase is "grow through you go through."
Right? Yes, sir.
Grow through you go through.
Listen, I'm really proud of your book. I can't wait to get a copy. I've been proud of you your whole life. You know that. You're a rock star to me. And I wanted to call in today to let you two know you're my love Rangers are on board. And I just wanted to call from the center. Just got out of surgery. Just put my shirt back on. And you guys are my first call. And I love you guys.
You are loved. You are going to be loved. Battle on, brother. Battle on, Billy.
All right, my guys. I'll be talking to you soon. And
Yeah,
Lee,
man.
love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
All right,
See
man.
ya.
You guys have a good show.
All right, buddy. You too. All right. Just like I expected it to go, except for usually, yeah, but he is much shorter than he used to be. As far as getting on, he's so because he could, man, oh man, could ramrod ramble. Because you know what, we talking about stories we have.
Yeah.
He could write a book. He could write a book if he wrote. If he's a writer, he could write a book. He's got so many stories, unbelievable.
That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic that he would. Oh man, well, he's one of a kind. That is for sure. There's only one Billy Rath. Sure. I don't think, and quite frankly, I don't think we could take another one.
No, I don't think no. Can you imagine if two ramrods ran into each other? Oh my heavens! You're laughing because you can imagine it.
Yeah, man.
You can imagine it, and I can too.
Just buckle up.
It would just be, I don't know what would happen. It'd be one of those things where everybody held their collective breath. Those two came around the corner and stood in front of each other. Everyone would hold their damn breath.
Yeah. It's that phrase you go, well, would you look at this?
All right. Listen, next time we talk, I want to talk a little bit about, we're going to reach into the minds and souls of these young people. And we're going to talk about that because you mentioned something we talked about there at the end before Ramrod came on about smiles and the contagiousness of smiles and the power that a smile holds and everything. And I want to know if it's the coaches, because you're going to be honest with me, I know. Yep. Is it the coaches? Because I want to know when they take these damn team pictures and all these guys, all these young, beautiful young men are all doing this.
Oh.
Like they're kind of tough. I make my kids, the teams that I've coached, I tell them all before I get up and stand up and turn around and look at them, smile. Every one of you nutheads.
Yeah,
we take our picture, and most of them are laughing because of me. But I don't understand the mean mugging. I don't get it.
Two pictures. We always took two. We took the one that is pretty much just the Superman pose, right? But you didn't even have to tell them chin up, chest out, right? And then we take the one for mom. So there's one for dad and there's one for mom. That usually gets the job done.
Yeah, I know. And then they put the one for dad in the yearbook and crap, and all these guys are like this.
Right.
It's crazy. I've always been like, then there's that one guy though. That's the kid you love. The one guy with his big grin on his face all the time.
Help it. He can't help it. He's proud.
He's proud. I'm here, Dad. This is for my dad. Hey, Dad.
Hey, man. Look what
that's my dad. Say, why aren't you smiling?
Look
he's
what I
just
did.
Like that too. He's looking at the picture. My dad be like, why aren't you smiling?
I'm working on
it. Look in the mirror. All right, Derek. Thank you, brother. You're the best, man. You are the best. I'm gonna go and try. We're gonna have a contest called "Can You Not Smile at Derek Pearson?"
It is. My smile is undefeated. So is yours. So is yours.
I have to remember that. I have to use that same. Pre-fight tactic.
There you go, brother. There you go.
All right, brother. I love you so much, man. It's so great to have you on all the time. I look forward to every Tuesday, man, like you don't even know.
This is
I
what
tell
we're
you, I
here.
do. I would. That's why, like, I could have called you today and said, "Hey, I got to stay at home for doing something, so we're not going to do a show today." Nah, can't do that. Not when Derek Pearson's going to be on.
We'll get it together.
No,
We'll get it together.
can't do it. I'll see you later, buddy.
See you, brother.
Take care. All right, everybody. I don't know working today. Let's see. Can we get to sign off? No. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Have a beautiful afternoon. And this week is going to be beautiful. 80 degrees all week here in the Fairfax, Northern Virginia area. This has been Be Encouraged. We love you.